Google's free cash flow just went negative, minus $5.8 billion. The moment that number dropped, AI investors across the industry quietly exhaled. Wait, a company bleeding cash made the bulls feel better? That sounds completely backwards. But here's the thing. Sometimes the worst looking number in a report is actually the most in signal. Let me show you what I mean. First, let's set the scene. Google stock dropped 10.6% over the past month, sliding from a high of 376 down to 319.19. The market was already nervous going in. AI narratives crack. Capital was losing faith and lied to a report. The first major AI buyer to show its cards this earnings season. Every AI infrastructure investor was watching. So here's what the report actually said. Capex this quarter, $44.9 billion, doubling year on year. Full year Capex guidance raised by $10 billion, now sitting between $195.5 billion, and management level increased insignificantly on top of that. Buy side was already expecting some big. They'd penalty to $40 billion for next year. Google just told them, think bigger. Now flip the page. Google Cloud grew 82% this quarter, beating the buy's most optimistic range of 75-80%. The remaining contract backlog hit $514 billion. More than half of that gets recognized as revenue within the next 24 months, $500 billion. Google cleared it. The demand is not slowing down. If anything, the pipeline is accelerating. Think of it like a restaurant. The kitchen's overwhelmed, the chefs ordered 3 new ovens, and the dining room profits are temporarily squeezed. Looks terrible on the income statement, but the reservation book, $500 worth future meals already ordered. You don't close a restaurant because the renovation costs money. You ask, are people still showing up? And right now, they absolutely are. But here's where the skeptics have a real point. Gemini, Google's flagship AI model, has been noticeably quiet in the first half this year. Atomic and open like Kimo and Shipu upcompare Zep landing punches. Gemini barely moved. The latest statistics flash on raw intelligence and cost per task, it trails the competition. And key talent has been walking out the door. And yet, usage is exploding. Gemini models are now processing 22 billion tokens per minute. That's up 40% from last quarter's 16 billion, adding 50 million new users this quarter alone. Avatars such as grew still spending. Total average revenue came in at 81.6 billion, up 14% year-to-year. The core business is still very much alive. So how does Google actually afford all this? The company raised over 80 billion in financing in the first half of this year. 14.6 billion has already been deployed with another 40 billion Q3 onwards. At next year's operating cash flow, cash 50 billion, plus current short-term investments of roughly 40 billion. That's approximately 40 total billion to worth against even the most aggressive 2027 capex forecasts. Here's the twist that reframes everything. That negative free cash flow number everyone panicked over is precisely the signal the AI applied chain needed most. Google is not hesitating. It's front-run building the cost of short-term cash. For NVIDIA, for memory makers stack. The Google that spends aggressively is a green light, not a red one. The bad news was the good news. The case file was never what it looked like on the cover. Negative cash flow, a spending signal. Missed profit margin, the cost of building something much bigger. Gemini lagging, the one real question mark that actually matters. Sometimes the scariest number in the report is the most honest thing a company can say about where it's going.